Okay, so in this video, we will be doing the three things like printing the hello world, our first program. Then the second is taking the input as integer and decimal from the keyboard with the help of the scanf function and seeing then the variation in during the scanning the float, our decimal value. So now first is we are writing the print. We are making a program to print the hello world. Okay, so just let's take include studio h, then enter. Main is the only function we are will be using today. Okay, so this is due to the intelligence of the Visual Studio Code that it came. So this is slash and star, and this star and slash actually comments out the paragraph. Now this paragraph is commented out, like it will not be written by the compiler. It is not a code, it is just for the making easy for the user. So just we will be writing the code. So printf, then the left parenthesis, and then this quote. Okay, so hello world. Okay, then you can give the slash n. This is a new line character, means the other line will be coming in the next line, not with it. This is indicates it. Okay, and the semicolon is very important thing, otherwise the code will not be running. So the control s also is a shortcut for saving in this Visual Studio Code. Okay, so I just doing control s and then clicking this for running the code. So this is running the code, and yeah, it have printed the hello world. Okay, okay, so the C is the language which is case sensitive, like small alphabet and the capital alphabets are the other different things, but this doesn't so much response to the space. Like if I put the space here, if I put the space here, if I put the space here, it will be running as the same, like it have again print the hello world. If it have again print the hello world. Okay, so now we are writing a program where we will be taking the integer and the decimal value, and then we will see the variation in it. Okay, so we are writing that code that we will be taking. So just delete this code. So we are doing two things, like okay, we are going to take the integer and a decimal value. The decimal value is taken by the variable float. Okay, so int, we are defining the variables int a, the semicolon is important, enter, then the other variable is float b semicolon. Okay, enter. So we have defined that integer is a and the float is b. Okay, for making it easy for the user to note that what is going to be do, we are writing that printf left parentheses, and writing here that enter the integer. Okay, now this will be giving command to the user that now you have to enter the integer. This semicolon is important. Okay, now we will be writing the scanf. Scanf is the function for taking the values from the keyboard. Okay, so shift 8, shift to left parenthesis, and the colons, then writing shift to start percent d small, okay, small d, percent d, comma, percent d, and which variable is going to be taken this value. So percent m%, our integer thing. Okay, so percent and a. Okay, here the comma is important. Here this is the syntax for it. Okay, then the semicolon, enter. Now we will tell the user that now put your decimal value thing. Control C, Control B for making it fast. Control decimal number. I'm writing decimal. Sorry, this will be inside the semicolon. Decimal numbers. Okay, so we would be taking here scanf, scanf, shift के साथ 5% f. Okay, we have forgot the quotes that we would have to use, comma, and then what is our float? That is b. Okay, so this is b, and then just semicolon. Okay, now we will be printing. We will be. This is our conclude. The program will be conclusion to us, concluding to us that the chosen. We have again forgot this. The chosen integer is percent %b, percent %b, and what is that percent %b? That is a. Okay, enter again, just copying it, control C, control V. This is percent %f, and this is B. Okay, but this is not percent capital F, it is percent small f. Okay, so now I think there is no error, and let's see if there is any error. Okay, yeah, it is telling me enter the integer. Okay, so I'm entering the integer, that my integer is 3. Okay, enter the decimal number. I am entering the decimal number as 3.54. Enter. Okay, sorry, we have to use percent %n. That was the error, so it doesn't run. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, so enter the integer 3, enter 3.54, enter. Okay, so the chosen integer is 3. The chosen, okay, yeah, the chosen integer again and again, since we have copied from the other, we have forgot that this is a decimal number. Decimal number. Okay, what is more? Okay, if this will come in the other lines, two lines, it would be look better. So I'm using that percent %n that I have shown you, that it used to make the 9 next. Okay, this question. Okay, now see. Okay, integer the integer. Okay, 3.54, enter. Okay, so now the chosen integer is 3 and the chosen decimal number is 3.54. So now it is working properly. Okay, now we will see the variation. We have to see the variation percent %f, like how much space we have to use in writing our digits, so that variation can be done. So just we are commenting out the integer one things. Okay, so if you are using double slash, you can comment out a line. If you are using the slash star and ending up with the star slash, you can comment out the whole paragraph. But since I just want to remove the integer things, so I'm just commenting out them. Okay, so just printf. This is also the comment out. Okay, we do not want to take an integer now, so just commenting out. We want a decimal number. We want a scan percent f, percent m, percent b. We don't want any chosen integer. Okay, so this is now the program only run for the float, because everything regarding the integer is now removed with the help of the double slash. Oh, okay, so now let's run. Yeah, integer the decimal number, so 3.54. This is simple. It is running as 3.54000. Okay, this is general. Okay, now what happens when we write is that it is not f, it is 8.4 f. What does that mean? Simply the 8 means that for printing my decimal values, use 8 digits space, and the 4 means that give my number till the 4 values after the decimal. Just an example, if I write, okay, so if I run the program, it will ask me a decimal number, and I would be saying that 3.54 is my decimal number. Then what would be the results? What would be the outputs? Let's see. Okay. So the chosen decimal number is 3.5400. Since we have told it that to give my number till the 4 decimal values, it have given the 4 values after the decimal 5400. Okay. And since we have written here 8.4, so it have taken the 8 digits places. Okay, the see the spaces between is and 3. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 are this, and 2 spaces are there. So if we take the plus, like plus 8.4, then it would be giving the spaces in the front sides, like it is and 3 point in the left hand side of the output. But if we keep a negative sign here, it would be giving the space on the right hand side of the number. Just for seeing this, we are giving here a subtractive sign or a minus sign, and then running it, and now writing again the same number 3.54. Enter. Yeah, so here see this, and then this. So here the spaces is in the left hand side, but here the space is in the right hand side. So when we use the negative sign before the 8.4, it gives the spaces right hand sides, and when we use it as a positive, it gives the spaces at left hand sides. And simply I am again repeat that the 8, so 8 tells us that how much digits space will be taken to print our decimal values, and the 4 the point of the value after the point, like here 4 represents that how much values do you want after the decimal. So this is what the variation in the flow. Okay, thanks.